Today I will be interviewing Heather Hines on proper horse care and maintenance, as well as judging and horse show etiquette.
I've been infatuated with horses since I was a very little girl. I can remember being 4 years old and having my daddy stop on the side of the road so I could pet a fuzzy little nose. I didn't actually get to own my first horse until I was 13, but prior to that, I would beg any neighbor to let me ride theirs. When I actually did get a horse, I rode it almost every single day. This is down in Florida. And I rode bareback most of the time because it was so hot in Florida, we didn't want to put the saddles on the horses all hot. So we rode bareback everywhere we went, and all the local girls, and there was one boy, we all rode together every day after school. The proper techniques for caring for a horse can consist of many aspects, from deworming to annual checkups. Teeth are looked at by the vet. They can have a dental float, which is where they file down the teeth so they can eat better. The daily and month to month can vary from owner to owner. I like to have my farrier come see my horses every 6 weeks. They file the hooves and then put shoes back on. So I introduced my husband to horses. He had been around them very little, but when we met, we spent a lot of time with the horse that I owned at the time, and he came to love them, and he started showing with me as well. We were showing quite a bit about 15, 16 years ago, and then we just kind of got away from it. We're not really traveling a lot, but at one time we were traveling the whole East Coast showing the horses that we had to exhibit. I also did a little training and would show those horses for my clients. As far as judging, I started judging about 1999 or so. I judge open horse shows and I get certified every year at NC State. I typically will get the higher scores in the top third of the class, and those classes run anywhere from 100 to 150 people per time every year. As far as what I judge, I probably judge maybe 4 to 6 horse shows a year. I don't advertise a whole lot, so it's mostly word of mouth. And when I do go, they're always pleased because I try to keep a really open mind. And I like to know a little bit about every breed because of the type of judging I'm doing. It's open, meaning all breed. There's all breeds that are showing against each other, and you have to know how that particular type of horse is supposed to look, and then you judge it on its own standard, and then you have to judge it on what's in the class, what it's being shown against. So you have to have a pretty broad knowledge about the different breeds out there and what that particular breed is supposed to look like, and then you place it accordingly in the class. Some of my best experiences have been the unexpected experiences. I have a daughter who started showing an interest in horses pretty young, like I did, and over the years I gradually was showing her different things on how to ride, and she was following me for the most part, and decided she wanted to start showing. I've gone to horse shows. I've shown and I've won divisions. I've won halter divisions and hunter divisions, and I really didn't expect the kind of emotion I had when my daughter started showing. I think it was the pride thing, just absolutely being so proud that she had come so far, and the horse she was riding I had trained, and the horse that carried her like a gentleman, and he took care of her, and yet she did really amazing as well. One of my most memorable experiences showing was at the North Carolina State Horse Show. I had one of the hooves that I hadn't gotten finished, and I was upset about it. I mean, I was stressed out, and I just got truly just exasperated about it. I just couldn't even function. And we ran out of time, and my husband just grabbed up the horse and went and showed it. and he won under all the judges. Even with that hoof not finished, he took all the blue ribbons and he came back out and handed me the horse. He said, "Go show your horse." And I went in my class with the same horse, with the hoof polish was not complete, and I won under all the judges with that horse. And I cried because I was so stressed out about this stupid hoof, and it didn't even matter. It was just a defining moment in my showing that I realized some of the tiny little insignificant things really you shouldn't make such a giant deal out of them, because a lot of times the judge doesn't have time to notice something so simple and so tiny, and yet I had made it become my Achilles heel, if you will. I mean, I just couldn't function because of this tiny little thing, and it turned out in the end that it was so insignificant, it was laughable, and we always joke about it, because I in the end won, and it was an amazing experience. Just that silly little thing, the backstory is what's so funny.